Hi everyone, Tony from Hack the Movies here. Earlier this week, I did an episode of my podcast where I talked about Superman 2's theatrical and director's cut. A few years before this, I did the original Superman film, and for that review, I focused mostly on the director's cut, which included extra scenes like the one with young Lois Lane and her parents, played by old Superman actors. The scene where he's running along the train,
yeah,
and he sees the little girl in the family. In the extended cut, that's revealed to be Lois Lane. That's like young Lois Lane, so she sees him early on.
Really?
Yes. The important thing with this scene, you could probably help me out with this. This is another early example of a comic book adaptation using older actors from a previous adaptation, because Lois's parents are Kirk Alyn and I think Noel Neill, who played Superman and Lois in the film serials.
Really?
Yes, so they're playing her parents.
Her parents in it.
If you like that clip, check out the full episode. And you should subscribe to this channel to get more episodes of my podcast. Audio versions are also available wherever you get your podcasts. Just look up Hack the Movies. This year, we're leading pretty hard into Superman in preparation for the new film coming out. I decided, in addition to full-on movie reviews, I do this little bonus video where I talk about the 3-hour-long ABC TV broadcast version of Superman the movie. Shout out to our boy Tyler Yost for giving me a copy of this. I know this version is available now on Blu-ray and it's nice and cleaned up, but this is the original ABC broadcast. It's gonna look pretty authentic. Now, with a lot of these TV cuts, they usually remove scenes or trim scenes down for time. This is a case where it's the opposite. When networks knew they had a big movie that families were going to sit around the TV to watch, they tried to get as much as they could out of it. So they would actually go in and add scenes that were cut out of the theatrical release. Sometimes they'd add so much that they would play the movie over 2 nights. And these scenes are pretty padded. Scenes like young Clark walking into the Fortress of Solitude went from being 24 seconds with cross dissolves to 1 minute and 34 seconds. And yes, they show his entire walk to the fortress. The burglar scene used to have this dramatic reveal where he's climbing and then he puts his little suction cup on Superman's boot and you realize Superman was watching him the whole time. That is now ruined because they have a cutaway shot of Superman spying on him before he reveals himself, and it kind of just lessens the moment. The comedy takes a hit too. One of my favorite moments in the film is when Otis accidentally puts Lex's robe on when he's still in the water.
The next time, put my robe on after I'm out of the pool.
That hard cut from him gasping going right into the next scene is perfect. The comedic timing is great on it. So, of course, the TV broadcast ruins it by playing the rest of the scene where he's like picking up the robe and dragging it out of the water. It just totally ruins it. But I'm not going to sit here and talk about every single little change or cut or edit. No, I'll be here all day long. If you want a super detailed breakdown, you can always go to moviecensorship.com. They have a beat for beat breakdown, I think, for all 3 cuts of the film. So yes, go there if you want more. For this, I'm going to focus on scenes that are new to me that I find interesting. And again, my previous review for this film, I did talk about the extended cut. So a lot of what's in that is in this TV cut. But let's focus on the stuff that is very specific to this. The first big change is the Kryptonian Executioner. Now, I'm pretty sure the first part was used in the director's cut, but there's a new part where we see him flying to arrest Jor-El. It just keeps cutting to his mask, and we see the reflection in his visor of the city coming closer to him. Eventually, Krypton starts blowing up, and we see his mask get all red, and we eventually see his eyes, and he looks horrified. Probably because the sun's about to blow up. I'd be scared too. Now, if you've seen this movie and are familiar with it, you know that after the scene of Lois and Clark getting mugged, it then cuts to Otis's introduction. What you might not have known, unless you've seen this version of the film, is that originally the one scene was going to lead into the other. Here we get to see Lois and Clark get into a taxi cab, and then the camera kind of pans over, dips to black there for a second. I assume that was a commercial break. I'm not sure. and we see Otis walk into frame. So yeah, it's a fun way to introduce him and have characters kind of pass by each other, but at the same time, you didn't need it, and I think the other versions of the film prove that you didn't need it. But it's cute to see. The scene of Lex with Otis and Miss Teschmacher goes on longer. We find out that Lex has babies.
Did you feed the babies?
I'm assuming they're lions based on their roar, but I don't know for sure. Teschmacher asks Lex why she's in love with him. And honestly, that's a good question. I really have never known the answer to it, and it's been bothering me my whole life. He answers her.
Life with me is never dull.
Also, this is the most affection we've ever seen Miss Teschmacher give Lex. Honestly, in all the other versions of the film, she seems just really annoyed with him. Okay, the helicopter rescue is pretty much the same, but I love this new moment of the cameraman reacting to what he just saw. Then we get a new scene of Jimmy being bossed around by Perry and then taking it out by bossing around a copy boy.
Yeah, Chief. Black, no sugar. Black, no sugar.
Speaking of Jimmy, during the earthquake scene, there's a lot of new added moments here and there. Again, they're padding this movie out. One of the new segments in this scene is when Superman grabs Jimmy. He actually pauses in midair while all this destruction is going on to make sure that Jimmy can snap a picture of the dam breaking. It's ridiculous. And it turns out it was completely pointless because now there's a new moment after Superman flies away from Lois and Jimmy in the desert where Jimmy is taking pictures of Lois and he realizes,
Oh, gosh. I didn't have any film.
fire this man. Lex has the right idea. In the original film, Miss Teschmacher frees Superman so that he'll save her mother, and Lex freaks out when he realizes it was her. Turns out he did have a punishment in mind for her. He was going to lower her to those lions. It's pretty brutal. You just see Otis like sobbing and crying as he's being forced to lower her to her death. And the whole time, Lex is just playing the piano, having a great time. As you would expect, Superman stops this.
By the way, Miss Teschmacher, your mother sends her love.
And yeah, those were the things that stood out to me in the 3-hour-long Superman the movie TV broadcast version. This film is a hard act to follow. I wonder what they aired right after it played.
Coming up next, it's Olivia Newton-John as you've never seen or heard her before. A dazzling hour featuring her biggest hits. Let's get physical.
Wow, sounds great. You know what else sounds great? You subscribing to this channel and following my podcast. Yes, this is fun. I've actually done a lot of TV and work print breakdown videos. Recently, I did one for the Dracula 1995 Fox broadcast. I think, as far as I know, I'm the only person who has ever broken that film down, at least video-wise. So check that out. Check out all my other work print and TV cut videos. And yes, like I said many times, follow the podcast. We actually have a Superman playlist if you want to see our Superman-specific episodes. We will be covering the rest of the solo Superman films leading up to the new film's premiere. So yeah, that's all I got here. Like, share, subscribe, check out the Patreon. We got a lot of fun stuff on the Patreon. Bonus videos, commentary tracks, everything your heart desires. And yeah, if you are a longtime fan here, consider getting some merch. We got a merch store. You can see it in the bottom there in the video. Or you can go to the Retroware store. Yeah, that's it for me. Have a super day. Bye.
Remember to like, comment, and subscribe. Check out our other videos and Patreon page.